Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and boy, I got a good one for you today. I got a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500, 173,000 miles of hard miles. This is my brother's truck. He owns a business called Town Line in Flushing, Michigan. They use this on a trailer. They haul stuff all the time, lawnmowers, tractors, all sorts of stuff. They're always using it stuff in the bed, and they're plowing snow in the Michigan winters. And so I really want to look at this truck, tell you the details about it. Let's kind of look around, see how it's held up. What's durability like? What's reliability like? What's the frame like? You know, we've had conversations before on the wax frame versus e-coating. Oh, you want to sit back, relax, pop a top, because you're going to be mind blown on this frame. Or you can be like, yeah, Tim, I told you frame's going to be that way. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's start with this though. So I want to show you this truck because I actually drove this truck up. So I just did a video with that one. It's a 2023 GMC Sierra Denali later on the channel. But I drove this one up. I had the hood popped open, by the way. I drove this up because I'm leaving a little bit earlier than he is from this cabin he just bought here in Upper Michigan. And this is the truck. So really, overall body sides, overall dents and dings, it looks pretty darn good. You can't tell me that at first glance this is 173,000 miles in this truck. I mean, the outer body work is pretty good. I got a little rust on the rims, not a big deal. No really rust on that you can see elsewhere in the truck. Held up pretty decent. Let's show you the inside. Again, I did not clean this, by the way. This is fleet truck. There are guys in and out of this truck all day long, boots, gloves, dirt, everything getting this truck. Let's see how that held up. I didn't clean it really on purpose too, but we have the interior. And look, I mean, as far as wear and tear, not a bunch of scratches there. Looks like it's held up pretty decent. I mean, this comes right off. That can be cleaned up. Look at the chrome. The chrome still looks good. The door handle still works pretty good. That held up pretty good. Floorboards. And on the mat, we have, you know, fleet truck, right? Normal dirt. I do have this, inclines the seat back a little bit. I have the manual kind of back and forth on the seat. And I have the four-wheel drive shifter down below, which you haven't seen this in years. It took me a little bit to figure out. I was like, wait, what's that? Oh, yeah. That's the way trucks used to be. Look at this interior. So we have, you know, the older style dash and gauges. I mean, they had this going for years until 2023 when they made a big change. But the small screen, I have the HVAC system. We have the jellyfish launcher. We always love that. That is the light in the bed. We have traction control off, the HVAC system in there. We have he's got the dual glove boxes and these seats. And these seats are interesting. They're not as... I can feel this plastic right here when I'm riding in them. They're not as good as some of the newer seats are, but they've held up pretty good. I'm surprised. No wear and tear. Usually you get a bunch of wear right here as you slide your butt across this part. This has held up pretty good. And yeah, just a little bit of TLC. This thing would look pretty nice actually for a work truck, as we've said. As we come around, oh, what's the payload? Payload's 1,808 pounds, 1808. As you come around the side and the back, I have my golf clubs back here and some stuff. But yeah, I mean, typical work truck stuff. But these seats, again, a once detailer, but I don't see any wear marks. A good detailer. This looks pretty darn good. Really impressed with the body sides. I mean, not a lot there. Again, we have some rust in the rims, which I'm going to stop you from seeing the frame. Don't see the frame yet because this is interesting. You got to hold on. In the bumper, yeah. Pure Michigan. See the rust on the bumper. And again, that's one piece. You can just take this off, replace that completely. Still works. It's not rusted through. A little spot right there. Starting to. Look at the bed. yeah. Remember 2014? We used steel beds, not aluminum? Yeah. This thing, we were just talking, my brother and I were talking about this. The Denali bed, I could do with one hand. This bed's like a whole different chore. It's so crazy how things have changed. We have the spray and bed liner on this. As you can tell, the spray goes right through there, and the bed has really withstood dings and dents. I don't see a lot. I can see some of the wheel wells, but overall, it's a pretty nice looking work truck. All right, let's go up front and check out underneath the hood, and then I'm going to get underneath the truck and show you because wowza. All right, so under the hood, let's see if I still have this open. Boom, that goes up. So this is like aluminum here, and that's how lightweight that is, but that's where that tailgate has changed. We've made those tailgates aluminum now too. This is the 5.3 liter V8. You can see it back in there, but I want to point out the steering rack there, and look at all of that rust on top of the shock mounts. Look, you can start seeing it down there. You see the flywheel has some rust on it. Yeah. Overall, the engine still runs good. This thing, he took it in for service. I have one check engine light because of a sensor. I have one check engine light because of the sensor, and it rides really nice and really smooth. Like, I was really darn impressed. Like, if you blindfold me while I'm driving, I would have told you this has 50,000 miles on it, not 173. It was only until I was like, we've had these debates about wax versus E-coated frames for quite a while on this channel. I've been talking about this. And I did a video because the Chevy Colorado and Canyon have E-coated frames, but the Sierra, Silverado, Tahoe, Yukon, Escalade, they all have wax-coated frame. And what's that mean? It means down here. Let's get down here and take a look. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, you can see all this rust building up in here. It's not rusted through. So this, again, 2014, probably been on the road now for at least 10 years, Michigan winters. We can see the rust is all the way through the rest cap. And this is right here. This is your wax coating right here. And I can take my finger and I can peel it off, because that wax coating has evaporated everywhere on this frame. This frame is basically naked from any frame resistant coating. It's gone. The wax is falling off, and really, this is going to rust out. The frame's going to be rusting and gone at some point, and you can see the rust now underneath the coming on here and coming through the body. So, didn't even break it off my fingers. So, you're looking at a truck that has been through all the Michigan winters, all the salt roads and everything, and it is literally flaking apart on my fingers. So this could have been better protected. E-coating might have done some benefit. If you would have noticed this, you might have fluid filmed it or done something to protect it. Fleet truck, work truck, he's not too worried about it. But yeah, it is shocking how rusted this is. And it's all the way through. And you can tell the difference right here. This is like, sorry. But you can see this fuel tank has a coating on it, so there's no rust on there, right? Or coating, or just look. This looks brand new, this fuel tank. But look at that versus the frame. You can just see the differences. You can see rust starting to build up on the leaf springs, and that leaf spring there, yeah, I mean, it is definitely getting rusty as heck. So it's interesting. I don't have any other manufacturers to compare this to. I'm not like looking at the neighbors' trucks and trying to see what they have done over the years, because I don't know what the conditions are. I just happened to see this one. My brother let me borrow it for the week while I'm here, and I thought, let me do a video on this because, again, we talk about this all the time, and you guys always tell me the frame wax is junk, Tim. I hear it in the comments all the time. And yeah, making a bleeder out of me. That's for sure. I wonder what other trucks will look like, and I'll see what I can find the next week or so. Get you more details. But put your comments down below. What brand of truck do you have? How many miles do you have on it? And do you have rust on it? Where do you live? Like, I wonder if this is a brand issue, E-coated issue, or wax issue. Comment below. I'm really curious. And let me know if you think this is a rusty bucket nightmare from GM. Is it poor engineering? Again, can't wait for your comments, because I'm really curious what you guys think about this stuff. So for more, check the videos over here. Website down below as well, pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.